All right, so I'm attacking his knee. I'm attacking a low line strike. And a lot of times I think about this, if I have somebody come up from behind me and they pull your weight up or you're being held up high, how can I bring that attention back down low or throw an effective strike? There's a couple things we can do, but in this ARMR-UP striking progression, I want to talk about this low line shot that I do all the time. And that's understanding that even if I'm back up against a target, even if I can feel his legs or I can feel where they are, I know that if I lift up, I can throw a pretty good shot towards a knee and try to get a hyperextension there. That's really what I'm shooting for. Even from a standpoint of, stomping or throwing this leg back, and you can see I'm hyperextending this dummy right now. So whatever the case is, bear hug, if I can get this in here, I can cause some pretty good pain in order to get the attention down low to be able to help me to create some space and think about my next move. So I'm really trying to get this low line strike here. So let's work on that and develop that. We're gonna shadow box it first. Okay, even if you're on a wall, this works okay too. Get on a wall and see, range, feel it, where's it at? Okay, this is where the floor is, stomp there, and then I can feel where my target's gonna be. Knee comes up, back. I can throw a very powerful shot from right here. I can feel it, I'm ranging. Okay, hands are up, I get choked. Pull that down, get the chin in, come back around, arm drag, swim over, boom, boom, maybe I draw, okay? But that's the idea of shadow boxing, get good visualization in. Work up to your 50% and then work 100% power, okay? You guys can use a striking pad. If you're a partner and you're holding for this, be very careful about it. If you're holding that pad, do not connect your foot to the ground because you'll hyperextend your leg. Keep your foot up and loose so we can kick that pad back. Get good power development. You can see how destructive it can be. Look, the knee's all twisted. Might have to adjust that later. But still, understand that this low line strike can be very effective, and I don't see too many people train on it very often. So I want you guys to get some good solid reps in, work the striking progression. That's the low line destructive kick. We're really trying to throw that back kick, and it kind of goes off of what we talked about, throwing a back kick, except this is even easier to throw. One more little addition with this low line destructive kick. This looks a lot like the kick that I used to throw when I used to have to breach doors when there was no breaching tools, and the only breaching tool I had was good old Solomon boots. And that low line destructive kick got me in more doors than I can count, and it's amazing when you develop that power what it can do for you. So if I'm on a door here, okay, we'll call this the threshold. We'll say that's the threshold right here, and this is the actual door, okay? Obviously an inward opening door, okay? We're not kicking outward opening doors here, especially if it's in like this. I'm moving my body offline of the threshold because I want to get out of the way of that, whatever bad stuff is in there, okay, if I'm trying to go through that place. Now, say the doorknob's here, and this is where the threshold is. My target is pretty much going to be where I can develop the most amount of power with my leg striking into this door. So I'm going to do the same thing. Even if I had a gun on or if I didn't have a gun on, my breach is going to look like this. I'm going to lift this knee up and then I'm going to kick it back as hard as I can. And I could probably start breaking down this wall if I really wanted to. But just for an example, I'll throw a couple of good shots here. So I'm back, I'm going to look where I'm kicking, make sure I'm on the threshold. Okay, and that is going to develop a ton of power in that back kick to be able to kick down a door or whatever else you're doing. So they both go hand in hand. They have different purposes. Remember, what's the context? What's the scenario that's going to provide you what actions you should take? That's today's low line strike, and we'll see you guys on the next ARMR-UP striking progression.